You don't have a motivation problem. You have a perfection tax, and it's been charging you interest. Every single day, you don't ship. Let me tell you about a guy named Arav. Smartest person in most rooms. Notebooks full of business ideas. Half-written novels. App concepts sketched on napkins. At 27, he hadn't finished a single one. Not because he was lazy, because the version in his head was so flawless that anything he actually made felt like a betrayal of it. You know his loop because you've lived it. Open the doc, rewrite the first line, change the font, watch one more tutorial to feel ready, close the laptop, feeling busy and empty at the same time. Arav's brain loved every second of it. Every time he planned, tweaked, renamed the file for the fifth time, he got a small hit of dopamine. It felt like progress, because chemically, it was. He was getting rewarded for preparing to work, not for working. It's like spending all day polishing the handle of a hammer. Why the house never gets built. Shiny handle, no house. And the cost wasn't just lost hours, it was identity. Every time Arav chose perfect in his head over real in the world, he cast a vote for the person who almost did it. He told himself he had high standards. Really, he had a low tolerance for being seen as a beginner. One night, exhausted from rewriting the same chapter for the sixth time, Arav stumbled across an article about how Instagram got started. It stopped him cold. Instagram didn't launch as Instagram. It launched as a bloated, broken app called Bourbon that tried to do everything and did nothing well. Most features flopped, but people kept using one part of it, the photo sharing. So the founders stripped everything else, relaunched it rough and bare, and iterated from there. 1 billion users later, nobody remembers Bourbon. Everyone remembers the imperfect thing they shipped. Then Arav went deeper. YouTube wasn't supposed to be YouTube. It started as a video dating site. The founders pivoted only because the product existed in the world to be tested. Airbnb began with two guys renting air mattresses on their apartment floor, and a website so basic it looked like a school project. None of these were ready. All of them were real. That's when it hit Arav like a wall. He'd been demanding version 10 before releasing version 1, wanting applause before he'd even walked on stage. No successful company in history ever launched that way. So he did something that terrified him. He sent the roughest, ugliest draft of his book to a friend. No edits, no cleanup, raw words on a page. His friend replied the next morning, "This is actually great. Rough edges, sure. But I felt something reading it. When's the rest coming?" And Arav wasn't the only one who broke the loop that week. A friend of his had been trying to start a YouTube channel. 4 months of preparation. The mic, the camera, the key light, a storyboard intro, a Notion dashboard with 47 video ideas, color-coded by pillar, 0 videos posted. One Tuesday, he got sick of his own excuses, propped his phone against a coffee mug in his kitchen, filmed a 58-second tip, audio hissed from the fridge. He stuttered twice on the word algorithm. He posted it before his brain could talk him out of it. He woke up to 312 views and to DMs asking for coaching. Not because it was perfect, because it was finally real. Psychologists have a name for what kept both of them stuck. They call it the what the hell effect. You miss one step, one detail falls short, and your brain says it's ruined. Start over. You don't see 90% done. You see the gap and burn it all down. Every great company, every creator who built something real, beat that instinct. Not with more talent, by being willing to be bad in public, long enough to get good. Arav started calling his new rule the 1% edge. Ship something 1% better than yesterday. Not 100% ready, 1% less embarrassing. Because your brain updates who you are, based on evidence, not intentions. Each ugly thing you ship is proof. After 7 days, you stop calling yourself a perfectionist. You start calling yourself someone who ships. Arav finished his book. It wasn't perfect. Some chapters were rough. Some paragraphs still made him wince. But it was out there, and it was more than any perfect version trapped in his head could ever be. So here's your challenge. This week, finish one thing. No editing past 80%. Post the draft. Send the pitch. Ship the project. Instagram shipped broken. YouTube launched wrong. Airbnb started on air mattresses. They became giants. Not because they were perfect, because they were real. Your turn. Perfect never ships. You do. If this felt personal, it was meant for you. Subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.